Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 30th of November to the 6th of December in my annual passion planner, and it's my first Christmas spread of the year, so let's get festive. So the kit I'm using this week is Holly from Plannerface, and I got this in the Christmas in July sale this year. So it's an older format kit that was brought back for that sale, and you can save 10% if you use my code RAR10 at Plannerface. I chose this kit this week because it's not too Christmassy, so it was really nice for the transition from November into December, but the colours are still quite festive. So as always, I've started off by shading the parts of the timeline where I'm going to be asleep, and then using my Stabilo fine liner to add in alarm times and split the weekly focus box and the personal and work to-dos, and then also add my 5-day habit tracker for stuff I have to do at work every single day. Next up, I'm going to grab my red Crayola Super Tip, and red is obviously my colour of the month for December, and I'm just going to colour in the daily focus boxes of the days where I'm not at work. So this week it was just Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm also going to shade in the check boxes in the bottom left hand corner just to add a pop of colour in that section. Also, because this week had one day of November in it, I'm using my blue passion marker to shade in any parts of the spread that are related to November. If you're new here, I colour code my months, so November was a kind of nice frosty blue colour and December is red and very festive. One thing I would suggest if you're going to use a pale colour and bright red on the same spread is that you do all the pale stuff first, because you'll see in a second there's a point where I try and just dab the end of one of my blue highlighting areas and put a nice purple splodge on it. The reason that I dab the end of all of my felt tip colouring and stuff is because they always leave a tiny extra bit of ink at the end where you lift the pen off, and if you just dab that with your finger it stops it from bleeding through to the other side too much. Or ghosting, I'm not sure which one's which, to be honest. Next up, I'm using a combination of the fine liner side of my passion marker and a red Staedtler Triplus fine liner to just mark out my work times for this week. So I'm working all week, but I work from home on Wednesdays, so I'm just marking out that time from 8:30 till 4:30. The final part of my pen base is just to go in with my Pilot Friction pen and write in my breakfast, lunch and dinners for every single day, apart from the weekends where I just wait and see what time I get up before I write my breakfast in. And then I'm going to highlight over these with either my passion marker for November days or my super tip for December days. As I mentioned in previous videos, I started adding in my meals at this point so that I wasn't trying to fit my meals in around my plans. I was trying to plan around my meals because it's really easy for me to just forget to eat, especially when I'm having a bit of a fatigue flare week like I was this week. So I have to write them in. They're not exact, sometimes they do move around a bit, but it's pretty much the same, especially on weekdays. We watched a YouTube video the other day about the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I'm really trying not to say they're more like guidelines than actual rules, but I've said it now anyway. So now the pen base of my spread is done, I can start cutting up some washi. So as always with Plannerface kits, I'm just going to cut the strips of washi that come with the kit in half, and they cover the Space of Infinite Possibility header and the personal and to-do list headers really nicely. And my craft knife and cutting mat are just from Hobbycraft. I think they were like a £5, so super cheap and easy to get hold of. Now I can start adding some stickers onto my spread. So as always, my meal plan sticker is just something that I made in Excel and printed off myself, and because I stick it there every single day and the paper that I buy is kind of thick rubbish sticker paper, that section of my planner is hella chunky right now. Under that, I've just added a habit tracker from the kit and one of the square decorative boxes that you get in the old Plannerface mini kit format, which I've popped a glitter header above of just to fill in the gap. And then I've remembered to add in my weekend banner, and now I can add those strips of washi that I cut in half and place them over my Space of Infinite Possibility header, personal and work to-do list header, and also make an extra header for my gratitude section. I feel like cutting this washi in half kind of made the pattern get a little bit lost, but I still really like how this spread turned out. There's a lot of floral elements in all of the decorative boxes, and because I wasn't very well this week, I did use quite a few of those, so I've pulled in this pattern in other areas of the spread. That's the base of my spread all done. Now I can start adding in some of the plans for this week. The first thing that I'm adding in is St Andrew's Day on Monday, which is the patron saint of Scotland. So I layered the holiday sticker from Kay Elizabeth Plans over this blue glitter header. I don't do anything for this day. You may have noticed that I'm not Scottish, but I had a sticker for it, so I put it in my planner. The next thing I'm going to add in is a bill on Tuesday, and as always I've cut the bill due sticker in half so it doesn't take up as much space in my planner, and then I'm going to cut a little chunk out of it so that it fits nicely within the timelines. And then I can move on to adding in some work events for this week. So I had a WebEx on Tuesday afternoon, and I'm just marking that with one of the skinny event labels and an icon from the kit. I actually ended up working from home on Tuesday as well this week because I had a bit of a fatigue flare Sunday evening and Monday during the day. If you watched my monthly plan with me, you will know that I've recorded that voiceover with a horrible migraine, which was a lovely part of my fatigue flare. So as always, quite a lot of the plans this week did end up changing, including what I'm adding in now, which is a part of the heart checklist that I cut up, and then a little icon from my stash, which was to mark my flu jab, which actually happened on Friday. Next up, I'm using a bit of the Monday to Sunday checklist that I cut up and a YouTube button icon from Ickle & Co to mark my monthly plan with me going live. And then I'm using a regular sized event label to mark decorating our Christmas tree because it was December 1st, and I'm using a doodle from Plannerface of the Christmas tree, and then the script is a gold foil Christmas script from Tilly Journals. And I got these as like a little sampler. I'm not normally a foil person, but it's Christmas, so whatever. Moving on to Wednesday, I'm first going to use a skinny event label to mark in that I was working from home in the daily focus box, and that means that I don't have to do any trimming on that box. And then I'm using another skinny box to mark in another meeting that I had on Wednesday afternoon, and again marking that with another icon from the kit. I also had a meeting on Wednesday morning that I nearly forgot about, which I'm using a skinny event label for as well. So I attended all of these meetings virtually, and I think if there's one silver lining we can take from this whole pandemic experience, it's that now we can go to all of these meetings virtually, and a lot of workplaces have realised the benefit of this more flexible working style that they've had to adopt during this. So if we look at the positives, there is at least one. On the negative side, I couldn't go and see my friend for her birthday on Friday because we are in tier 3, so basically can't leave Bristol. Next up, I'm using a flag from the kit to mark in my planning time on Saturday morning, and this did get moved around a bit because I stayed up way too late on Friday night and woke up really late on Saturday morning. But if you only have one episode left of a series and you really want to watch it, you're gonna stay up till like 2 a.m. to watch that last episode. And then this box, which will also end up moving, was for recording this voiceover, and I marked that with a little gingerbread man doodle from the Plannerface Christmas doodle sheet. Next, I'm just adding in another bit that I cut from that Monday to Sunday box and another Ickle & Co YouTube button to mark in my video going up this afternoon. And then I'm going to add in my gym routine for the week. And yes, I could go back to the gym, but no, I didn't very much because I've been so tired. It's sod's law, isn't it? But it's really important to listen to your body and understand that you can't always just push through things and go to the gym anyway. So I did manage to do a couple of like easy workouts this week, not taking it too intense, just like making sure I'm looking after myself but still moving a little bit, which I think is important. I moved these stickers around so much, sorry. I moved them around even more when I cancelled half of these workouts, but oh well. Next, I've just added in a recycling icon from the Plannerface icon sheet, and then also this cleaning checklist on Sunday to mark out some time to do some cleaning, and this hasn't happened yet. It's 12 o'clock. I'll do it later, it's fine. And I'm just marking that with a little cleaning bottle icon also from Plannerface. And then I'm going to add in a half box on Saturday for whatever we were going to get up to, which just ended up being video games and watching some YouTube, as always. I always struggle a little bit when the deco is on the right hand side of the box, just because it's not the way I normally line it up, but it worked pretty well that time. And then I'm just adding this quarter box for watching the His Dark Materials series on Friday evening, and that's what we stayed up too late watching. We tried to watch like 3 or 4 episodes in one night, and yeah, stayed up till 2 a.m. because when we realised we only had one episode left, it was already 1 a.m. So now my stickers are laid down, I can go with my Pilot friction pen and fill out my plans. So this week was a bit of a weird one. Our boiler broke on Sunday after I uploaded my last video. So it's been freezing cold in my house and we have no hot water. I was so glad when the gym's reopened because I can go there for a shower now. It's getting fixed on Tuesday next week. They came to have a look at it like on Wednesday, so it was treated really urgently, but they have to wait for a part to come in. So we're stuck with a tiny space heater and lots of blankets for the next couple days, which sucks, especially when you're having a fatigue flare and you're already struggling to keep your body temperature up and you're just freezing. For reference, today the high in Bristol is 4 degrees Celsius, which I've just googled it, is 40-ish degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty chilly, but I'm okay. It's not too bad, I guess. I legit had to put in my gratitude log this week that I was so happy for a warm shower at the gym. Apart from that, this week has been okay. Like I said, I wasn't very well, so I wasn't in work on Monday, and then I had 2 days working from home just to try and recharge a little bit. His Dark Materials series, we've just finished series 1. It's so good. I was really worried about it because I love the books and I wasn't sure, especially after that terrible movie, that I would enjoy the series, but it's incredible. I definitely recommend watching it. I've heard that the second series isn't as good, but then the second book also isn't as good as the first one, so I'm not surprised, but I'll still definitely be watching that as well. So I filled in all my plans for the week and now I'm just filling in my to-do lists and my daily check-in habit tracker. So as always, my to-do lists are split into personal and work, and then I have like big tasks and home tasks and then big tasks and things I have to do every single day. My gratitude prompts this week, well, for the 30th of November, it was again from Ellie Beth Designs UK, but they haven't put up a December gratitude challenge. So I just kind of winged it this week and did like a regular gratitude rather than a prompted one. So that was interesting, and also it kind of meant that I could really think about something that I had gratitude for that day rather than following a prompt, which was nice. Something different. I've been doing this gratitude challenge every month since like May. My weekly focuses for this week, my personal focus was all about getting back to the gym, and obviously that went completely out of the window when I was ill and there was no heating. So I've been to the gym a few times, I'm easing myself back into it, and I've got the same focus for next week. And then my work focus was to move offices. So I moved from the temporary space that I'd been given at the beginning of May, I think, when we all had to move around because we had to have extra space in the offices due to COVID. So now I'm in an office that's actually way closer to everything else in my department, which is lovely. But that's all my pre-planning done for this week. Let's take a look at the finished spread. As you can see, I really made use of decorative boxes to kind of take up all of the space on Monday while I literally sat there and did nothing because I couldn't focus on anything. But I really like how this spread turned out as my first Christmassy spread. It looks really cute. Oh, there's a sneak peek of my tree. Yeah, I really like how it turned out, and it's coming to the end of the week and I'm feeling a lot better. So fingers crossed for a bit more positivity next week. So that's everything for this week, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!